working in the spirit of the Golden Empire. This is 17 News at noon.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Fisher. A small brush fire broke out along Highway 99 this morning near the 58 interchange. You may have seen the smoke earlier this morning. The fire was quickly contained to 1/8 of an acre, and at last check, fire crews were still mopping up. In the meantime, though, traffic along the 99 was slow going, and as crews were fighting another fire that sparked on the other side of the 99. But again, Bakersfield fire crews were able to put out those flames quickly. And we are on extreme heat here in the Golden Empire. We're seeing a lot of days with triple digits, and it's going to be even warmer than yesterday when we hit 105. At least that's the latest forecast. And currently right now it is we're in the 90s. And so because it is looks like it's 102 in Ridgecrest, at least, high 90s in Bakersfield. And because of this, cooling centers in several cities will be open to help people beat the heat. Yesterday, cooling centers were open in several cities, including Bakersfield. But we checked today, centers will only be open in Bakersfield, Shafter, and Arvin. The centers open their doors when the mercury rises, and temperatures are forecast to be 105 degrees in the valley and 108 in the desert. You can find a full list of cooling center locations on our website, kget.com. And air quality is also projected to be in the unhealthy range today. So Golden Empire Transit is offering free bus rides. The free rides apply to fixed routes and get a lift service all day today. It's made possible by a congestion mitigation air quality grant with the goal of reducing pollution on bad air days. Meantime, it may only be the first week of school, but students at Wayside Elementary are already getting a break from the classroom. School officials say there was a power outage yesterday that damaged the air conditioning. When they realized it this morning, they decided to call parents and send students home. Kids whose parents could not be reached or who could not be picked up were taken to Sequoia Middle School. All right, now we're taking a look at your forecast because, again, we're talking about these extreme temperatures, and we're definitely going to hit 100 degrees today, right, Kev?
Yeah, and credit to you, our bug at the bottom of the screen is going between 102 and 98, just can't make up its mind, so threw you for a loop there. It says 102 right there, and then watch, it'll go back to 98, so we got to figure out what's going on. But we are in the upper 90s right now. 105 was the high yesterday, and that was 5 degrees off the record of 110, set back in 1906. We've got an excessive heat warning in place for the valley through 8 o'clock tonight. So still a warm day, in fact, warmer than yesterday. And with that, avoid direct sunlight. Take frequent breaks if you've got to be outside today. Drink extra water. Stay hydrated. That is a key. And limit any strenuous outdoor activities as much as possible. There you have it. This is the official temperature right now. 99 degrees. We've got a light northwest wind at 6 miles per hour. As we take a look at the afternoon, we are expected to see temperatures rise to 106, 107 before slipping back into the 80s by 10. For Tehachapi, you're at 90 degrees with a breeze out of the northwest at 15. And as we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast, expecting the 90s today and then slipping back into the lower 70s right around 10 o'clock. Does the weekend look any better for us? I've got details on that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Kev, thanks so much. Protesters rallied outside the courthouse in downtown Bakersfield this morning, calling for a Tehachapi mother to be freed. Wendy Howard is accused of killing her ex-husband, Kelly Pitts, outside her home in June, but her family claims it was in self-defense. Court documents show Howard says Pitts drove over her foot on a quad bike during an argument when Howard accused him of molesting their teen daughter. Howard is due back in court on Monday, and at that hearing, a judge is supposed to decide whether there's enough evidence to hold her for trial. The Bakersfield Police Department has found nothing substantive, has not found any credible threats on Facebook, alleging a threat at a local Walmart. Police spokesman Sergeant Nathan McCauley said no arrests have been made and nothing has been found in connection to what the, quote, extremely generic posts alleged. Officers will remain cautious, McCauley said, but nothing was found that would qualify the post as being a real threat. Ridgecrest Police also say they are investigating the post and they take all threats seriously. New employment numbers are out for Kern County, and they show unemployment is on the rise in Kern County. The unemployment rate here in Kern was 8.4% in July, up from a revised 8% in June. That is also slightly higher than last July when the rate was 8.3%. California's unadjusted unemployment rate for July was 4.4%. Nationally, it was 4%. for the nation during the same period. The debate over gun control is on the forefront of many people's minds. Now a group of gun rights activists is taking the state of California to court over a ban on assault rifles. The ban went into effect in January 2017, but gun right activists say it violates the Second Amendment right to bear arms. So they filed a lawsuit yesterday to block California from enforcing the ban. The suit was filed in the same San Diego federal court district where a judge in April tossed out a nearly 2-decade-old California ban on sales and purchases of ammunition magazines holding more than 10 bullets. The latest lawsuit could go before the same judge. And it was a packed house at Buck Owens' Crystal Palace for Garth's second stop on his dive bar tour.
Looking back,
oh my God,
on the memory of the moments we shared beneath the stars above.
Roughly 600 people packed Buck Owens' Crystal Palace to watch the living legend perform, singing and dancing the entire time as Garth played some of his greatest hits. Garth Brooks said he owed a lot to Buck Owens. He says it was a phone call from Buck that launched his career so many years ago. And of course, it was with Buck at the Crystal Palace where Garth popped the question to now wife Trisha Yearwood in 2005. Garth also said in the day and age of social media, you don't say what you don't want repeated, and went on to say that if last night was his last performance ever, that would be okay with him. Garth played for about an hour, and before he left the stage, he said, I get asked this question a lot, but from now on when people ask where is the place to play, he screamed, Bakersfield. And of course the crowd went wild. There are 5 stops left on his dive bar tour that have not been announced yet. Well, it is time to clear the shelters. Are you looking for a new pet or just an animal or are you just an animal lover? We have more on our event coming up after the break. And a devastating from earlier this week leads to an urgent warning for families after several children died in a daycare fire. We'll explain coming up after the break. Welcome back. Investigators say a lack of working smoke detectors probably cost lives in a recent Pennsylvania daycare fire. The tragedy serves as a chilling reminder to make sure your family's smoke detectors are working properly. Dan Chinnaman has more on the steps you can take ahead of a potentially deadly fire.
The importance of smoke alarms on display in Pennsylvania. 5 young children killed in a daycare fire. Investigators say just one smoke detector was found in the attic. Safety experts say that's simply not enough.
The best practice is to have one smoke detector in each bedroom and also one on each level of the home, including the basement and if there's a finished attic.
According to Don Huber, Consumer Reports Director of Product Safety, even if you have the right number of detectors, there's more you can do to help keep your family safe. For example, linking your fire alarms together.
If one detector goes off and they're not interconnected, there's a chance the person in the remote area of the house will not hear the alarm.
Or making sure your alarms can sense every kind of fire.
We recommend that for any smoke detector that it be the dual sensor type that can actually detect smoldering fires as well as flaming fires.
Of course, no matter what type of detector you have, it has to have power. So be sure to change your batteries every 6 months or every time you change the clocks for daylight savings time. And don't ignore that annoying chirp we've all heard.
The chirping could be caused either by a battery that is reaching the end of its life and would need to be replaced. Then it also could be the fact that the detector itself is near the end of its life and not functioning properly anymore.
A sound that can save lives. Dan Chinnaman, NBC News.
And new smoke alarms are also available now. They send an alert to your smartphone if an alarm has been tripped while you're out of the house. Well, we are just 24 hours away. Tomorrow, KG&T and Telemundo are teaming up with the Bakersfield Animal Care Center to find dogs and cats their forever homes. The Bakersfield shelter will be waiving adoption fees on all of its animals, but you'll still be responsible for your pet's registration fees. Vendors, food trucks, and music will also be part of the event. Executive Director Julie Johnson says more pets are adopted during this campaign than during any other month of the year. Clear the Shelters is happening tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Bakersfield Animal Care Center on Mount Vernon Avenue, and we really hope to see you there. We're going to be out there with our green shirts, making sure that everyone's having a good time. And again, our goal is to, get rid of the cats and dogs to, forever homes, because there are so many, unfortunately, that have been stuck in the animal care center for a long time. Julie Johnson says there are some animals that have been in those cages since as early as May. So that is our goal, is to clear the shelters tomorrow.
99 degrees on the temperature right now. Still holding on to that. A light wind out of the north-northwest at 6 miles per hour. Overnight, we were at 78. We should be at 69 this time of year, so much warmer than our normal. Normal high is 96 and 109. The record on this date set back in 1920. To the north, 98 in Delano, 94 out in Buttonwillow, Taft at 101. Then we've got 90s into the mountains. Currently 90 in Tehachapi, 99 Lake Isabella, and 100 in Ridgecrest. Take a look at the regional view, and we've got 79 in the Bay Area, 95 in Fresno right now, 70s down south, already 105 out of Vegas with 103 in Phoenix. Skies remain clear for the interior part of the state. A few high clouds along the coastal areas, but that is about it. And daytime highs today will be right near 104 in Sacramento, 107 in Fresno, and Los Angeles right near 81. If you're traveling to Vegas this afternoon, going to try your luck there. Well, the luck was run out in the temperature department. They're going to be right near 108, 111 out in Phoenix. The beaches are the perfect place. Upper 60s out of Pismo Beach. The UV index is high, and our wave high 2 to 3 feet. Here's a look at the overall pattern. High pressure sitting over the desert southwest. This is going to keep our temperatures hot today. Weakens a little bit heading into tomorrow and Sunday as a trough develops out of the Pacific Northwest. So that is good news for all of us and our AC units. As we take a look at the national forecast, not a lot happening throughout the day. There is a slight thunderstorm risk, though, into the East Coast along the Carolinas, and temperatures are going to be in the 70s up in the Pacific Northwest. So air quality, not in our favor. Unhealthy today with an AQI at 154. So keep that in mind. Not only the heat, but bad air quality around the area. And I expect temperatures to be right near 107 in Bakersfield, 106 in Delano, 105 in Taft. Into the mountains, we'll look for a hot day. We're looking at upper to mid 80s, the Pine Mountain Club area. 92 at Tehachapi, 101 Lake Isabella, 99 in Kernville. I do expect the winds to continue to increase, where we'll see some gusts right around 40. And then for the desert, Ridgecrest, hot, 110, 103 in the Mojave. Also a little breezy this afternoon. Your extended forecast, we're looking at 101 tomorrow, and then finally those 90s come back. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, but then by next Thursday, right near 103. Mountain forecast will be in the 80s for your weekend. That'll continue to Tuesday of next week. Lower 90s return by the mid part of the week. And then for the Kern River Valley, 97 tomorrow, 94 on Sunday. Triple digits return next Thursday. The good news is we'll clear the shelters tomorrow. We won't be looking at 107. We'll be hovering right near 100. So my advice, get there early, because the line does get long. There are a lot of people out there that want to adopt and give these dogs and cats forever loving homes. So get there early.
Yeah, that's the good news, of course. And make sure you bring a lot of sunscreen and water. I was outside earlier today, about an hour and a half ago, for probably 30 minutes, and I'm actually right now already feeling a little bit of burn, because it's just really hot out there.
Yeah, we're lucky we're indoors. We feel for everybody that has to work out.
Oh, for sure.
Stay
Absolutely.
hydrated.
Stay hydrated. That's the big note there. All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. All right. Well, yogis and fitness fanatics, take note. There's a new store right up your alley. We'll take you to the grand opening at the Marketplace. That's coming up in your 17 Business Watch.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
We are back now in your 17 Business Watch and Wall Street. The Dow Jones right now up 290 points today. The S&P 500 is up 41. NASDAQ is up 133. We'll have closing numbers coming up tonight on 17 News at 5 after this very stressful week on Wall Street. Well, yogis and fitness fanatics, take note. The new Lululemon is officially open at the Marketplace. The high-end workout clothing retailer had a showroom in downtown Bakersfield, you may remember, but that is now closed as the new store opens up at the Marketplace on Ming Avenue. The store is planning a 3-day grand opening celebration that started about 2 hours ago. Well, all work and no play. A new survey finds many people are skipping out on the fun in order to pay off debt. Americans are passing up everything from ball games to brunch, citing high prices and the burden of everyday bills. The survey by Bankrate.com found nearly 2/3 of Americans say they've skipped out on things like weekend trips, sporting events, or dinner with friends simply because of the cost. And for those people looking to earn a little extra cash at a new job, you're in luck. Target at the Valley Plaza Mall is holding a hiring event Sunday to celebrate a recent remodel. The event starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 2 p.m. Candidates are asked to apply online ahead of time. That website, target.com/careers. And the perks of the job include 10% discounts at the store and online, plus an additional 20% off for some groceries. Americans will spend nearly $1 trillion on travel this year, according to the U.S. Travel Association. That is way more than any other country in the world. With that kind of money at stake, the cost of missed connections and disrupted plans can really add up. Reading the fine print and knowing your rights could save you from your own personal fire festival, as Scott Cohen of CNBC's American Greed reports.
The 2017 Fire Festival has become synonymous with travel nightmares, a luxury music festival in the Bahamas with private villas and an all-star lineup that turned out to be an epic fraud, leaving thousands of ticket holders high and dry.
How could they not have anything set up?
This is not what I signed up for. I didn't pay $10,000 for this.
In a story told in the next American Greed, fire fraudster Billy McFarland spent millions on slick promos but failed to deliver. A judge sentenced him to 6 years in prison and $26 million in restitution. But the money is long gone, a cautionary tale for all travelers.
The best laid plans can often go awry, and that includes travel plans. When that happens, it's important to know your rights.
Consumer travel advocate Charlie Leoka says do your homework.
When you've got someone who's never operated a tour before and they're promising you the world, I would definitely question it twice before I move forward.
Find an operator who belongs to the U.S. Tour Operators Association or ask a travel agent to recommend one. And before you sign anything, read the fine print.
The only protection you have is after the fact, taking them to court and hoping that there's enough money to cover the damages.
If you get burned in a fire-style fiasco, document everything and file a complaint with the Department of Transportation. If you're lucky, you'll save yourself a trip to court. Scott Cohn, NBC News.
Well, the heat wave continues, but one place that's always cool, the theater. We'll have a look at your box office preview after the break. Welcome back. Temperatures are on the rise. And what better way to cool down than to spend time with the critters at Calm? The California Living Museum is hosting Twilight at Calm from 5 to 8 tomorrow night. Twilight at Calm visitors get a reduced admission of $5 for adults and $3 for children ages 3 through 12. Calm members, as always, get it for free. If you can't make it tomorrow, don't worry. There's still one more chance for you to enjoy the animals during the evening. The last Twilight at Calm event of the summer is set for August 31st. You can also cool down during a movie at the Fox Theater tomorrow. You can watch a special showing of the Disney classic Peter Pan. Doors open at 11 a.m. and the movie starts at 12. Tickets are just $5 and you can get them at the box office or on the Fox Theater's website. And there's something for everyone at the movie theaters this weekend, from delinquent grade schoolers to hungry sharks and even some birds with a hostile temperament. Raphael Seth has a look at the box office preview.
What's the plan? Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Jason Sudeikis comes up short in the Angry Birds movie 2. This sequel to the 2016 video game adaptation reunites most of the original voice cast. There's a new menace that threatens both Bird and Pig Island, so the enemy species unite with the help of a crafty little dove to hatch a plan that will save their homes. Angry Birds 2 is rated PG. Teenagers get into deep trouble in 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. This Jaws jam features the real-life daughters of Sylvester Stallone and Jamie Foxx. They're among a group of kids exploring underwater caves, but they quickly discover they have nosy neighbors with an appetite for soggy mammal. 47 Meters Down is rated R.
I have concocted a plan.
Cate Blanchett escapes the ordinary in Where'd You Go, Bernadette? The Oscar winner stars as an avant-garde architect who steps away from her profession. She's devoted herself to motherhood, but with her daughter getting ready to go to college, Blanchett gets that old creative itch and signs up for a project at the bottom of the world. Bernadette is rated PG-13.
Are we 5th graders or are we 6th graders?
Preteen pals turn super bad in Good Boys. Seth Rogen and his Sausage Party posse are behind this one. In it, Jacob Tremblay and friends get invited to a party where there may be kissing, but the grade schoolers are unprepared for the journey to first base, so they spy on the teenage girl next door to get some pointers. Good Boys is rated R. That's the box office preview. Raphael Seth, NBC News.
All right, when we come back here at the News at Noon, it's time to introduce you to our Pet of the Week. We're back after this. All right, welcome back. You know, it is Friday. You know what that means. It is time to introduce you to our Pet of the Week. Chuck Nordstrom from the Bakersfield SPCA here. Thanks for joining us, Chuck.
Glad to be here.
All right, you got a cute dog with you today. Who is this?
Yeah, I got Kirby, and Kirby is a little Yorkie Poodle mix. And
take a look at those eyebrows.
About 1.5 years old, so he's still very young, very much puppyish.
Yeah.
And needs a new home. And so tomorrow morning at 9:30. If you're interested, come out and take Kirby out the yard and run around and play with him and see if it's a good match.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got, you know, he's a really cute dog. I mean, he almost looks like a little teddy bear, almost, because he's just so furry. Kirby.
Yeah, now he's going to lay down and take a nap here.
It is afternoon. You know what happens is after your lunch, you do take a nap. So, of course, Kirby and his friends are all looking to get adopted, and you can head to the SPCA or call them at 323-8353. Again, we try to stress that there are so many dogs that are looking to be rescued here in Kern County, and this is an opportunity for, of course, to clear the shelters and get everyone a happy home. Thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we're back tonight at the News at 5. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.